Namaste everyone. So been contemplating on starting some really basic Sanskrit lessons for yoga teachers, and I thought that we can Namaste everyone. I've been contemplating on starting some basic Sanskrit lessons for you all yoga teachers and yoga therapists, just to help have a basic understanding of some of these terms that we use in our day-to-day yoga teachings or our therapeutic work. Now, one of the very first terms that we use, sort of like we usually say, a yoga class. But in a traditional meaning, in authentic sense, we teach a Hatha yoga class. So the Hatha comes from the two simple roots, Ha and the Ta, which is the sun and the moon, or the solar and the lunar energy. Now in Hatha Yoga, we have some of the very basic practices we use in our daily rituals or our daily sadhana. So the very first practice is known as Jattis. So the Jattis is a beautiful Sanskrit word which means unstructured or unorganized, and for loosening up, for warming up or activating. So Jattis can be as simple as just shaking our hands. So shaking our hands where there is no sort of structure to it, maybe closing, opening our fists. Then the second set of the practices we follow in Hatha Yoga is the Kriya. So the Kriya is moving between the two positions. So say like if I have my hands on my knees, I can inhale and take my arms to the sky, Anjali Mudra, and exhale, take my hands to my knees. Kriya can be a transition or movement between the 2 points, like the 2 asanas, like from the Chatuspada to the Bhujanga Kriya. Then we move into more dynamic practices like the Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. Surya is the sun, Namaskar is the salutation. Vinyasa translates as Vinyasa. So the asa is a set of positions or a set of changes, dynamic changes, and the Vini is repeating. So repeating a set of asanas or postures or kriyas and prakriyas to move dynamically for our health and vitality. Then we come to Asana. Asana is a state of being, a pose. So that's where we hold a posture. Like, the 4 meditative postures are one of the most important practice to master as part of the sadhana, to be able to meditate for the long time period, like Sukhasana, Vajrasana, Siddhasana, or Padmasana. But typically the postures which are very famous, like Rajkapotasana or the Virasana, Utkatasana. So when we hold the position, it becomes asana. From the asana, we transit into mudras like Jnana Mudra. Here we use a simple position of our hands or fingers or feet and our energetic expression as a gesture, also known as energy seals. Through the mudra, we sort of discipline our pranic or vital energies and direct them to a particular area or the particular chakra or the energy principle as part of our sadhana. We move into the bandhas. So the bandhas are the 3 loks, and these are to close that pranic energy, and instead of letting the energy flow outward, we draw it inward. Then we have the pranayama, pranayam, so or the pranayam. So using the breath as a tool to enhance or to expand our pranic flow, our pranic consciousness. And finally, we have the Jnana Yoga Kriyas or Jnana Yoga Prakriyas, a practice leading us towards deep relaxation or Shavasana. In a typical Hatha Yoga, when we look at the Hatha Yoga traditions like Hatha Yoga Pradipika or Kiran Samhita, here we have the Jnana Yoga Kriyas or the Dharana practices for relaxation around the Panch Mahabhutas, the 5 elements. But then other scriptures on Hatha Yoga, there are so many Jnana Yoga Kriyas or the energy visualizations to lead us in a deep relaxation which enables to activate the prana or the conscious energy. So these are really the simple steps into Hatha Yoga Jattis, Kriya, Surya Namaskar, Vinyasa, Asana, Mudra, Bandhas, Pranayama and Shavasana or relaxation. Namaste. Om Shanti 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 Om.